Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Baylor's offense will start this game off with the football. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And a minute after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to
breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They're going to ride this running back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He might want another play. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Mayer. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Mayer. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Bears!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, Dave.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. BYU right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Got his man to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first.
Touchdown, BYU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
To throw, it's Mayer. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Wants to throw on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Figueroa. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Off the play fake. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They just keep firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. This BYU offense set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Works the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Let's see what they've got on second down. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking for a man. It's Mayer. Makes the grab, and there's room. There he goes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Going to swing it on second down. He'll throw it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Going right to work up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Savage. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's
turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Sends it back in motion. This is a designed run. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Breaks the tackle. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Alabama is currently ahead early in this one, but they haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 7 over LSU. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they won't be able to connect downfield looking for a big-time play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
It's complete. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man in the middle. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his man down the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll test the right side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a crease to the left. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Mayer. He rifles one deep down the right side. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. BYU lines up quickly. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's first down from the 11. Power football with the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Here's a heat. Caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. BYU with the 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Savage. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the returner will be knocked down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Give to the single back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Bears just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here we go. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Baylor! A great catch and run for 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, Dave.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, it's Mayer. Snagged out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quick release on the RPO. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's
intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw, it's Mayer. Touchdown Bears! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fears the pressure. Snags it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Mayer. Fires to the right. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Baylor! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in while on.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Got his man in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They go to the ground. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter.